You know, it takes a lot to get Nintendo fans to turn on one of their own, but that's exactly what's happening right now with Mario Kart World. The newest update didn't just ruffle a few feathers here, guys. It outright wrecked how most people enjoy playing online, and now the game is getting review bombed pretty hard. But here's the thing, the backlash isn't toxic. It's actually earned because Nintendo just took a fan favorite feature, broke it, and didn't even warn anyone. So taking a look at the Metacritic, yeah, it's still sitting at a 7.6, generally favorable. So not all hope is gone, but there is quite a noticeable change as far as user review goes. If you go to the user review section, you can see there's 288 as of this video that I'm recording negative reviews from users, and they all say the same thing: tone deaf execution of game modes, which removes the joy of online play completely. You see, this game has the potential to be great. The open world is generally fun to explore. However, the recent change to online mode has made being able to play these greatly designed tracks impossible. I sadly cannot give a higher score to this game, while online play, which is the main method of playing this game for many people, allows players to enjoy the amazing track design only 1/4 of the time at best. So much potential, such a failure. Give us 3-lap races online. No one likes the highway tracks. This game is just a collection of wide straight lines with no real interest. All the players used to pick random to play on interesting maps, and Nintendo, instead of fixing the straight tracks by adding turns, chose to change how random works, so players end up racing on ultra wide straight tracks instead. I mean, we got zeros in here, we got ones here. You see Monsieur Kono says, a horrifying first for Nintendo, a low quality, overpriced game masquerading as an addition to one of the classic franchises. And the open world is barren and empty, but at least you can play the classic Mario Kart experience via the online mode and random option, right? Wrong. Nintendo stripped the classic Mario Kart experience away from the game weeks after millions already bought in with the eye-watering $500 price tag. People are not happy here. This is wild. Straight road simulator. I don't know what they were thinking with intermissions. They're so bad. The recent update to Mario Kart World has put me off from buying the Switch 2. Instead, listening to player feedback, Nintendo has essentially killed online with the 1.12 update. Nintendo saw that everyone and their mother was picking random and online play, but instead of improving the overall experience by offering a 3-lap mode, they went and removed a lot of people's major reason to play. So, yeah, this update has people pissed. Mega pissed. Let's break it down, guys. This is all because of the update. The version 1.12 update that dropped June 25th for Mario Kart World on the Nintendo Switch 2. And if you read the patch notes, you'd be forgiven for thinking if it was nothing, right? Like a nothing burger. Just a few bug fixes, some adjustments to random track selection in versus race. What does that really mean? Well, here's the actual issue, guys. Selecting random when playing online used to reliably give players one of the core traditional 3-lap tracks. You know, the meat and potatoes of Mario Kart, where strategy, shortcuts, and items and how you use them matter the most. But now, thanks to this update, random is far more likely to drop you into what's called an intermission track. And guess what? They suck. Now, what are intermission tracks? These are basically glorified loading zones, quick 1-lap drives between major courses. They're short, they're shallow, they lack all the fun and tension of an actual Mario Kart race. You know, what makes them great is you have to try to do the 3 laps without getting knocked over with your weapons and the enemy's weapons and all that. These laps, these intermission laps, literally exist to connect parts of the world in this new format of Mario Kart World, but no one asked for them to be in the regular online race track rotation, especially not this frequently. Before the patch, you might get one occasionally here or there, but now it feels like literally half of your online matches are these watered down throwaway tracks, and the community's patience on this is wearing thin. So this is where the fan reaction and the review bombing begins, guys. What players did is they did what angry players do. You go to Metacritic. When devs don't listen, you go to Metacritic and you basically review bomb, which is what we're seeing here. Since this update hit, Mario Kart World's user score went from a 8.3 to a 7.8. Now, that on paper doesn't sound like much, guys, but for a Nintendo game, that's a huge drop. Again, there's over 288 negative reviews in just a matter of a few days, guys. And keep in mind, this is just user backlash from the latest update. The total number of mixed reviews is also rising pretty fast, guys. Again, over 200 logged by just this weekend. This came out on the 25th. It's the 29th now. That means over 30% of all the user feedback for Mario Kart World is now negative or mixed. That's not good for a Nintendo title, much less Mario Kart. The game that is literally like the pack-in game for the Switch 2 console, that's not good. And again, it's not just salty players whining here, okay? These reviews have receipts. People are begging Nintendo to bring back features from Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, the Grand Prix mode, the classic versus race setups, and most importantly, a way to opt out of this intermission races, right? People want the classic style. And in their eyes, is that too much to ask? And to be honest, no, it's fair, all right? Why does this matter? Well, the value of choice. Gamers want choice. The worst part of all of this situation is that this was avoidable. Nintendo could have just given players a toggle, some kind of setting where you could toggle off things. If you want the scenic one-lap races and the transition, intermission races, whatever you want to call them, cool. Let people opt in to be able to do it. You want the regular 3-lap, high-intensity races with real pacing and skill expression, let players choose that. Instead, they silently forced a gameplay shift onto everyone and acted like it was just a small fix. The adjustments, right, that they say in the update notes, it's honestly classic Nintendo, right? This toxic relationship we have with Nintendo where they're stubborn to a fault, they're unwilling to communicate, and they're convinced that they basically know what's best for everyone. I guess since they sell like hotcakes and everything sells out, yeah, sure, maybe they know what's best for everyone. But the bigger picture here is that this isn't just about Mario Kart World. It's a pattern that Nintendo has had. And they've had a habit of taking away player choice in favor of streamlining or modernizing features all the time. But when that design, that design philosophy that they have clashes with what players actually want, it creates moments like this. Moments where fans finally say enough is enough and they start review bombing. And let's be real, though. If you're jumping into Mario Kart after a long day of work, right? You hop in, you open a cold one. You're not hoping for a 45-second intermission track that's just a straight highway lane. You want a race. You want something fun. You want the thrill of cutting corners, dodging shells, outplaying your rivals over 3 laps of total chaos. That Mario Kart magic here. Nintendo diluted it in online mode, which to me, I play more online than single player, and lots of people do. Will Nintendo listen to this response, though, looking at the Metacritic scores and everything? Historically, no, Nintendo hasn't responded to review bombing in the past. They just kind of do their own thing, march to the beat of their own drum, but this time, they might want to pay attention, because Mario Kart World isn't just some spin-off, guys. It's supposed to be the major tentpole of the Switch 2. It's the pack-in game. This is like the Switch 2's online ecosystem's like tentpole game. This is the app. If they want players to stay engaged over time, they can't just bulldoze over feedback and pretend that it's all fine, right? That meme, oh, this is fine with the fire and everything, especially when competitive players, casual fans, and longtime supporters are all saying the same thing. This update made the game worse. Now, is it broken? No, but it is a nuisance. It's not a feature that helps anybody. It's quite annoying, and I mean, the proof's in the pudding here, guys. So where does this leave us? If you're like me, you're probably a little annoyed, a little frustrated. You want to love Mario Kart World. It's a fantastic game. You want to grind online, though. Like me, I stream with you guys all the time. I want to play this. I want to play Knockout. I want to play versus races, and I want to get better. But right now, it feels like the game's actively fighting against the fun. And I swear to God, they did some nerfing on some of the items and also on the races, because it seems like now I can't even separate myself from the pack. Did they nerf being able to be in front? Like now it feels like rubber banding is even worse. So let me know in the comments how you feel about this update so far. Are intermission tracks ruining your online races? Have you left a review on Metacritic yourself, or are you just hoping that Nintendo walks this change back Either way, if you care about the future of this franchise and how Nintendo treats its players, consider subscribing to this channel. I'll be covering every major update, every fix, and every screw up from Nintendo until we get the version of Mario Kart World we actually deserve. And I want battle mode to be better as well. I want some actual arenas. So anyways, see you in the next race. Thank you for watching.